What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Beyond the Beats. We have three kings here with us today. We got Business Boy, we got Ron, and we got OG Parker. I would love for y'all to just give a brief intro, tell everybody hello, and how y'all doing.
What's going on? My name is OG Parker, 25 from Atlanta, Georgia. And what's good?
It's your boy Ron, the producer, 23 from Watts, California. And yeah.
Yo, this Business Boy. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm 31. Just turned 31 March 10th.
Happy birthday, my brother. Love. Fellas, I want to start with home, right? We got Milwaukee, we got Watts, and we got Atlanta. Am I correct? Can you give us a brief description on what home was like for y'all as a kid and what that environment, and if that environment really started planting the seed in your creative genes?
For sure. I'll start. So yeah, I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We like an hour and 30 minutes north from Chicago. So we get a lot of like culture from there, and like we in the Midwest. So growing up, we came up listening to like Atlanta music, and then Bone Thugs and Harmony, then like Pac, and then Biggie. So we got like everything growing up. So I was inspired by that. And yeah, we don't really got no market there. So we just grab inspiration from like everywhere else.
For
We
sure.
just take that and we just run with it. Like for me, how I got inspired with music was just like listening to Bone Thugs, and from then I just want to write and just create. So that's how Milwaukee is. It's a small city, most segregated, top 3 races, cities. Like I come from like a crazy place, like top 3 segregated, top 3 races, like no opportunities for black people like that. So just making it out of that, it's a blessing. So I just be trying to inspire the city.
Incredible.
They people know me from the city. Like I was in them streets for real, and they see me like making it, and it's inspiring them to be like, oh, Biz made it. I can do the same thing.
Incredible.
So everybody coming up, the young generation, producers. One producer just signed with Seven Thomas. Yesterday they announced it from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We got Sounds, we got Ishtar, and just all these people coming up. So
Incredible.
yeah.
And I'm from Watts, and shit. Me growing up in Watts, it was just like, it's a cultural thing for me, because like LA is like home of the cars and, like just Chuck Taylors and
Yeah.
shit like that. So me growing up, my pops always had cars, and he always had loud music in this shit. So me being in the back seat, I'm listening to the beats really. You can't hear the vocals because
For
you
sure.
got that loud ass
For
music.
sure.
So I'm just listening to the beats. I'm like, how they coming up with this sound? You feel me? So one day I just get the program FL and just kept going from there.
Word.
You feel me?
Word.
Yeah, but Watts is like, me growing up there, bro, it's a big like poverty thing too. Cause me growing up there, it made me want to get the fuck out. Like, I had to
Absolutely.
get out of Watts. I want to get out of LA, period.
For sure.
But me going to other places, I'd be like, damn, ain't nothing like LA. So I don't know. I don't know where to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Atlanta, I don't know, it's like kind of like the foundation of music right now, I feel like. So just growing up in Atlanta, you're just surrounded by music and you have so many legendary artists like Outkast and, what I'm saying, just so many.
Organized noise.
Exactly. It's crazy. So, and just like I grew up like around a lot of those guys, like Mr. DJ, like I know a lot of people, Rico. So, you know what I'm saying? It just inspired me. So I just always knew I wanted to make music.
Incredible. From jump.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to talk to y'all about one thing when it comes to the hometowns, right, and the cities. And you guys both touched on this, the realm of possibility, right? When you're thinking about some kids in the hood and kids in places that are less exposed to opportunity, right? A lot of friends that I speak to, like just, for example, like cats from Compton, Watts, motherfuckers out here in LA and have never been to the beach. You feel what I'm saying?
Bro,
Right?
hold on. I don't mean to cut you off, but Bro, I swear to God, before cause I had to go to school on the west side, so I'm staying on the east side, and that's Watts basically. So I went to Washington Prep High School, so that's all the way on the west side. So I had to catch 2 buses. But before then, I didn't even know what was past like Manchester,
I
bro.
feel you.
Like I swear to God, bro, it's like crazy. Like you really stuck in one side until you really just be like, fuck, I gotta get out of here.
How important is finding out that there's something more possible than the zone that you grew up in? How important was that for you in opening up your eyes and also just opening up your mind to the infinite possibilities that y'all as, creators and also just human beings could have?
I mean, I just think like with social media and stuff now, I feel like it's a lot easier for people to even see that the success can be obtained. Cause like growing up in like where I'm from in Georgia, like I didn't know really what a producer was technically. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know like I could do it at a young age. But like now, like there's like 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds out here getting placements.
Oh,
So like
God.
now everybody knows it's possible.
For sure.
I ain't get my first place until probably like 18, bro. Like, and getting paid for it, it was probably like 18.
Absolutely.
Like I be seeing producers now be like 14 getting $10,000 check. I be like, damn, wish I was that. For real though.
Yeah, the internet is most definitely helped me out tremendously. Like I got on, what was that, Twitter like 2009, 10?
Yeah. Right when it
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, I'm like, damn, I
it was
can,
like, what's this?
I'm like, I can hit motherfuckers like ASAP and they'd
Mhm.
see it, you know what I'm saying? And then like back then, people was putting up their emails more.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
They're like, send beats here. And then you would send beats, and then next thing you know, you got a placement. And you're like, damn, I can really do this shit.
Absolutely.
And then, but from the internet though, you got to realize, like, you got to take that hustle, then you got to take the hustle they had in the 90s and 80s back then, like the groundwork, like pulling
Yes.
up on people and not just emailing. So know what
That's
I'm
the
saying?
main thing too with producers. We gotta really show our face, bro.
Mhm.
Like we can't just be in the background no more.
Yeah.
Facts.
Y'all like low-key like NFL players. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Y'all got helmets on. We know the jersey name, but we don't see the face,
Mhm.
right? Let me ask you this. How do you feel the internet has helped producers get exposure, and how do you feel the internet is hurting the producer world?
Mm. I don't really know about the hurt part.
If it's not, then that's completely fine.
Yeah, in my experience, I don't know, cause it just giving us more exposure. It's just giving us, like, producers are like superstars. Like people will know his name, my name, OG Parker. They hear the tags, they're like, oh, that's a star. Like really stars. You know what I'm saying? This shit just really helping us. I can't really think of nothing that's like really like hurting. Like it's more and more producers that's coming out, but that's not a bad thing. It's just room for everybody to eat. Like this new producer coming out, it's not gonna hurt my pockets. It's just, we might could collab
Just
and make some money
really
together. and
just
shit, you know what I'm
making
saying?
money together.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I
That's
mean,
all
look,
it is.
having that outlook is a beautiful thing. You also hear of cats that are like, oh no, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, I truly believe if creatives are focused on their craft, nothing else matters. What's your guys' take on that? Like, I feel like the younger generation, because it's happening so fast, right? Everybody's looking for their shot. Right?
Yeah,
Everybody talks about their shot as opposed to talking about their craft.
I feel like everybody be looking for their shot, but then they get too greedy too. Like, say if I try to collab with Business Boy, he got a bigger name than me, so it's like he might be like, "Oh, I want to take a bigger percentage." You feel me? Or it might not be like that, but I'm just saying, like, say if I do something with Future right now, I'm not gonna get the big percentage off of
Absolutely.
that for sure because it's Future.
Yeah.
And I'm wrong. I'm not a bigger name than Future. So it's just like if you a bigger name, you gonna see your revenue. But if you're not a bigger name, you just gotta work until you see your
Yeah.
revenue. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Paying dues, that's what they call it, paying
Yeah,
dues.
for
We all had
sure.
to do it too. Shit, we had to give beats for free sometimes
Yeah.
to get our
I
name out
gave
there.
stupid beats for free.
Yeah.
So
How was that for you early on? Like, did y'all have it in your mind of, I gotta do this to get on and I'm gonna do whatever it takes? And does it get hard? before you kind of hit that crack off point where
Hell
you can
yeah.
start requesting
It was
or
one
demanding
point I
more?
was ready to quit this shit.
Really?
Like, man, this shit's not coming through. Like, and then you just be like, man, I'm gonna just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, you just that one click, and then everybody
Facts.
know you. Like, you feel me?
Yeah. It take that one song to change everything, really.
For real.
So just coming up, you know, you really got to just network and just give your beats away for free. That's
Mhm.
really the only option.
For sure.
So,
Knowing that you're going to be better, this is a time period, but you're going to continue to grow.
exactly. And you're going to make the money from the back end of the song anyways. So,
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah.
I want to take it back to like the musicality and just music side of things. Did y'all grow up playing instruments? What was your guys' first foray into music?
Man,
As an actual, like, I'm an entity.
my grandma bought me this game, MTV Music Generator. I was like
Okay.
in 7th grade. So it was like a lot of sampling for me. And then as I went, it was like me getting on YouTube, learning how to play like keys and like learning different methods, like playing by numbers and, you know what I'm saying, majors and minors. So learning that stuff. So really, I'm like real efficient with drums. And then like once I find the key of the song, I can kind of maneuver like that.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
With me, I ain't played no drums, no piano, no nothing. I just had a computer and FL Studio.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
It made it work.
It made it work.
Yeah.
These days, you really don't have to. But just growing up, my grandfather, he's a professional pianist. So he taught music in Morehouse College.
Awesome.
So like when I was in like the 6th grade, he made me pick an instrument.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
You had it
Yeah,
in you
so-
already.
Okay.
I was
So
in
you got that
marching
classically
band.
trained in you.
Yeah, I've just been playing everything really.
Incredible. Incredible. What do y'all's take on sampling, the importance of sampling, and also just making music from scratch? Do you feel like there's roadblocks to using samples? Do you enjoy using samples? How does that affect not only your creative side, but also your business side?
Man, sampling, like I sample, but it mainly be like the homies.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like G-Rod sent me some.
Yeah.
Prep, my homie Prep might send me. You know what I'm saying? Just the homies in the industry. That way, once we get a placement, I can just, I just hit them. Oh, we got
For
this.
sure.
Boom, it's paperwork.
Yeah.
I don't really sample like older records and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it might not get cleared and
You
stuff.
fuck around, sample the Eagles, they're
You
gonna
know
be
what
like,
I'm
nah,
saying?
player, I
Yeah.
see you, but nah.
But sometimes
Yeah.
it's like sampling, and then it's like we get this ego, like, okay, let me make something from scratch to make sure I'm dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like an ego thing.
For
like,
sure.
I can make some dope shit without sampling.
For sure.
So it's like 50-50 with me. I'm sampling, then some days I'm like, no, I ain't sampling.
Yeah,
Or
that's for
creating from
sure.
scratch.
That's how it is. But I feel like sampling, you can't really do too much because you got to get that clearance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So without that clearance, your sample is nothing.
Facts.
I mean, these days, a lot of the times, like the songwriters are sampling like the words. So like it's like interpolation.
Mhm.
So like that can be dope. But typically when I cook up, I try to like not sample too much because it's like always a problem.
For sure.
Yeah.
I want to segue into this. How important is it in the music business to understand the business of music?
That shit
Bro,
important
that
as
shit
hell.
is
Yeah.
important.
That's like most important, almost like
Most
it's like
important part.
half talent and then half like just being able to like handle business and like
Absolutely.
understand how to like act. Cause like I know a lot of times like something might not go your way, and then if you go crazy on the artist or like start calling lawyers and all that, that messes up everything.
How did you guys start to? Was there a moment where it slapped you in the face where you were like, damn, I need to get my knowledge on business right, A? And then B, when did you and how did you start focusing on the business element? Because I feel like creatives don't go in there and they know it's a business, right? But when you're thinking about the music business, there's so many variables. When did that start becoming an importance to you? And how did you guys, especially as younger producers, because a lot of these cats in the game aren't thinking about that yet until they get smacked in the mouth, right? But how did you guys start taking that on? And what advice would you have for the younger generation to kind of seize that knowledge earlier?
Man, early on, when I started making beats, it was just beats. And then like after 2 years, like I had like OGs that was doing music, and they had like schooled me. Like, yo,
Gotcha.
you gotta learn the business. Like even with ASCAP or BMI, like early on, I learned it was like 4 separate checks. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you got to sign up as a writer, then you got to sign up as a publisher, and then you get like domestic and international checks. So you got to learn about all this publishing and royalties, and like I learned that early on. And like even when my beats wasn't like top notch, I was just schooling everybody in Milwaukee. Like, bro, I just learned this, and I was just going through the hoods like, yo, you gotta do this. You gotta
For
get
sure.
your ass copper BMI so you can get paid and learn this shit. So
For sure.
Yeah, that's the main thing. BMI or ASCAP, really, I could say. Just if you don't got that together, you assed out for sure. Cause it's gonna take you another like 6 months to recoup all that money you just did that you like, why I ain't getting the money for?
For sure.
So you got a whole nother 6 months to recoup all that after you done made your BMI. And that shit gonna take a minute
Yeah.
to see some bands. You feel me?
I feel like that's like when management and stuff like that is important. So like when you start realizing like, okay, I'm starting to get placements. Like I want to focus on the music. I feel like that's when you bring in the management. And like my manager definitely helped me a lot with like understanding how I'm going to get paid, when I'm going to get paid and stuff like that.
Got you. Speaking of management, how important is the team?
very.
Right.
Shit important.
And also, you know, knowing that there are those that get screwed by the team and then move on, and there's implications that carry on. There's also those that you come across somebody that either has not as much experience, but you believe in them and you're ready to ride with them. Tell me about the process of y'all building your team up and how that really went for you guys and how important that team is to your business.
Man, my team is very important. Like these last, like the past decade, it was just like me, like traveling and linking with the artists, emailing, up until like 2 years ago. I met my manager, James Supreme, and
He's a king.
yeah, King. You know what I'm saying?
Legend.
Because I wasn't fucking with nobody unless they had that same drive that I had. Cause like I go hard for my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this: did he have that experience where he blew you away, or was there something about?
Because
him?
we was on tour. Yeah, Ali in 24 hours. We was on that tour. I was DJing, and just the way he was moving, I'm like, damn, this nigga cool as hell. And he just moving the right way. You know what I'm saying? And like after we got off the road, he was tired. I was tired. I'm like, yo, I don't know about, you know what I'm saying, traveling and shit like that.
It's
like,
tough on the road.
It's tough. And then he was like, yo, let me know if you know, if I can manage you. And then we went on this like trial run, and he was just doing everything, like setting up meetings, like just everything. I'm like, yo, we got to make this happen. We got to put it on paper. So
Incredible.
It's real important. Like
the
team.
You brought it up to put it on paper.
No, he did.
Okay.
You know, but I was like, well, we can, because he wanted to show me first.
For sure.
And then it was like, okay, well, we got to make it happen.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So the team is very important. Like y'all know they just take like a lot of slack off of us. Because if we was doing it by ourselves, we had to do scheduling, booking flights. But like it's just
For
too
sure.
much. But like I got James and Anna, and they take the, you know, a lot of weight off my shoulders.
Incredible.
Yeah. So,
Ron?
Basically what he said, like the team is the whole.
How'd you know from not knowing though? You know what I'm saying? Like I feel
Basically, I met my manager TK and Picasso through the homie Cypress, and it was just like
Moreno?
Yeah. I met them through Cypress Marino, and then it was like me meeting them. I introduced them to Shoreline.
Got you.
You feel me? I introduced them to Draco, all that.
Got you.
So basically, it was like a big boom effect with everything. So me seeing that shit, it was like, damn, I see why niggas got managers and, you know, all that. Because at first, I was just doing beats, bro.
For sure.
I wasn't even thinking about, you know, a manager or nothing.
Absolutely. They take the bullets.
They take all the bullets, bro.
Facts. They got to be the bad guy. Because if we was talking to artists like, no, I need my check. Or I need
we had no placement.
For
Exactly.
sure. For sure.
It just got to be organic. Like I just let it all come together. Like with Steve-O and Melita, you know, Steve-O was managing OG Mako, and I was working with him. So it just happened organically. Like it just has to be people you trust.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want to take it back to your guys' musical influences, right? What kind of music were y'all listening to growing up? Like what were the artists that were really piquing your interest? For me, I know it was pop, right? And I feel like sometimes we don't have control of what's playing, but we build an affinity. Like my best, a cat that I grew up with that was 11 years older than me, I'd be whipping through his car in the neighborhood and he'd be blasting Pac. I love Big and Nas and all them, but for me, Pac is forever the greatest to ever do it, right?
Me, I was listening to a lot of DPG, fucking a lot of Young Jeezy, like a lot of the
Trap.
old trap, like real trap music, like
Yeah.
T.I. and shit like that. And then, like LA wise, I grew up in the jerking days, so I was listening to a lot of YG, you know, old mustard that was coming out, and it was just like that's how I came up with my sound. Really.
Awesome.
You feel me? Listen to all the old shit.
Incredible.
Definitely Lil Wayne. I don't know. I feel like Lil Wayne's like the best rapper ever to me. Like
Word.
I don't know. I used to
Word.
listen to him all day. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Man, Bone Thugs and Harmony. It was Bone Thugs, and then it was like Jay-Z. Jay-Z came, so. And 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah.
They beats was just
Sure.
stupid.
They beats
like,
was
I was
stupid.
like, damn, what is this shit?
Bro, hearing Juicy talking about that process, bro, it's like all of them were literally just trapped in the studio. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything other than let's create. He was telling me a story about how the label was like, bro, stop putting out so much music. But they were like, bro, we need to feed our fans. You know what I'm saying? It's a game when you get there. What was y'all's first placement? And how did that feel?
My first placement was Jay Mills, like 2010, 11. Wayne was locked up. I had like the intro. He put my name on it. I'm like, damn. Like I sent the beats and shit. I'm like, okay, let me just send all beats. And then next thing you know, I'm like, damn, I really got the intro. So that made me like, yo, I can really do this shit.
Awesome.
Because first when you're doing local stuff, it's like I'm doing it, but it's local. Then when somebody in the industry get on your beats, it's just a different feeling. It's like more fuel for the fire.
It's validation, no?
Like, okay.
All my shit's still local. I feel like I ain't really got no big placement. So I feel like.
But look, don't discount yourself, bro. You part of some like.
Yeah, but I got a lot of local shit that's going crazy.
Yeah.
So like me having the first local placement that went crazy, it was like damn, like 60,000 views.
Which one was
in
that
a
for
week?
You?
That was a lot for me. It was Frosty the Snowman, Milwaukee
Right.
Bucks. I did that beat, and it was just like everybody in LA was listening to it, and that shit felt crazy to me because you know LA big.
So it's a bubble too.
Yeah, it was like damn, everybody in the city listening to this shit. Then that's me going to school. Everybody like, Ron, you made this beat, bro. And then I'm just like, yeah, bro. Then that's how my name started going crazy.
Incredible.
You feel me?
I feel like my first like radio record was probably 100 with K Camp and Fetty Wap. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's just like validation for a producer because like I feel like making beats, we probably have like a lot of self-doubt. Like sometimes you be cooking up, you just be like, am I even fine like that? Like,
bro, you know how many beats I done deleted?
Yeah,
bro?
like is this shit even good? And then like when it's on the radio, you like, okay, people fucking with it. So
Incredible.
Yeah.
Speaking on that, let's talk about that doubt and just that vulnerability, right? How does that affect y'all? Like, cause look, everybody goes through this. Nobody's over here like I'm a king, I'm the GOAT, I'm just gonna keep running.
We
right?
had beat block.
How does that self-doubt affect you? And how do y'all overcome that? I know through time it gets a lot easier, but how does that self-doubt affect you, right? And how have you overcome that over time?
Man, I just like if I got a beat block or something, I'll probably pull up like a Timberland video for real. That's how I get my inspiration. Like when I was coming up, it was like, let me throw in this Timberland when he playing Jay-Z, the dirt off his shit. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, and then you go back, and then if you got a beat block, probably pull up a sample just to get you going. Then the next beat you might kill it because now you got the creative
got your
juices
momentum.
going. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
with me, it's just like I be having beat blocks sometimes, and then sometimes I just be like, bro, I gotta get out the studio. Cause sometimes you be in the studio, we produce, so we be in the studio 24/7, bro. And it's like, nigga, you gotta get out of that motherfucker sometimes, cause you just be in there so many times, and you just see all your homies every day. You be like, bro, I'm getting tired of this shit. And you just be like, bro, I gotta get up out of here. So that's how it be, bro. You be having a beat block because you be like so into this shit. And then you be like, damn, I done did everything I think I could do, but you really didn't. So you just gotta take your time, bro. Just have that rest for a little 2-3 days. Don't make no beat for like 2-3 days and come back to it. You gonna feel me? Do your
Absolutely.
thing.
Sometimes you just gotta like make, cause like I feel like we make music from experiences from our life. So sometimes you just gotta go out and like experience some shit.
For
Just
sure.
go, just live life.
Go to
like,
a party
sure.
or something.
go hoop, go kick it with some people
Yeah.
or something, and then you come back and then it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You pull the music from somewhere else.
With that point, what do y'all do on your free time that gives you like inspiration or that just like gives you meaning in your lives outside of this music shit?
Man, I'm from Milwaukee. Nigga. It's flat as fuck there. It ain't no hills, no mountains, none of that. So by me living here, I lived in Atlanta 3 years. I've been here 5 years. I lived in Atlanta 3 years prior, and the culture in Atlanta, it was just like getting around, and I was inspired by that. How the black people, they be helping each other come up, and then here is just like I'm a real nature boy. So I pull up to the beach, the mountains, meditate, talk to God, read, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, like, and then hoop. Like I got a simple life, you know what I'm saying. I just like being by some mountains or just looking over the city. That shit be inspiring to me. It might be simple to somebody, but that shit is inspiring.
Yeah. Cause you come from Milwaukee, it's different.
You know what I'm saying?
Like me coming from LA, bro. All I can say, bro, I like going to, like, you heard of the Takeover, right?
Yeah.
I like going to that to see the cars and shit. You
Nice.
feel me? Get motivation, looking at other cars, just listen to what they listening to. Then I like going to like parties and shit too, like shows. Like I be going to some of the homie shows just to see how the crowd react.
Mm-hmm.
That's a major big thing for producers.
For
bro.
sure.
Like we gotta see how the crowd reacted to our beats.
Absolutely. You got to get out the
Yeah,
dungeon.
you gotta get out the dungeon. But other than that, just me going out, looking at other cars and listen to other shit is how I get my motivation.
Awesome.
I feel like listening to other genres. Like I like to listen to like some EDM stuff or like some pop stuff. And then I like to hoop too, but like I really hoop, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Biz wanna like really
Oh.
go to the court or nothing, but I really hoop though. So,
I ain't no sports nigga. I'm
we
weak.
gonna have to see that.
We're gonna hoop. We're gonna hoop before you dip.
Yeah, we got to.
I love that.
Yeah.
I want to talk to y'all about the relationship in the come up process and also early development of building special bonds with artists that you come up with, right? How, who were those artists for y'all outside of like reaching like, yo, mess with me, but it was like somehow, some way y'all linked, attached, and started building a bond, right? What artists were those for y'all, and how did that relationship build?
For me, it was at first it was Trader Truth and like Mr. Fab. So I
Yeah.
had like OGs, like
Yeah. Super
like,
OGs.
super OGs fucking with me, like family. Like they looked at me as family like early. And then like later on, it was like Party Next Door and like Ye Ali and
Mhm.
Black. And like
Incredible.
around the same time, like me and Ye was going crazy. Boom, figured out the sound. And then Party Next Door heard my sound because my bro Prep, I grew up in Milwaukee with him. He started engineering for him and then he had plugged me. And we just went crazy. I had 4 on P3 and then Black album came out. We did MTFU on there and it was like the sound that we had together
Yeah.
and then like our personalities. Like Black is like chill as hell and
Absolutely.
shit. Party chill, and Ye is chill too, but like real cool though. Everybody cool, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And we just built this bond and this trust, and yeah, that's what it is with that.
Awesome.
With me, I built a relationship with Shoreline
Mm-hmm.
because OGs hit me first, and then he was like, "Send me some beats." But you know us, we like, bro, who are you? Like, I'm not about to just send no beat to
Yeah.
you. Like, so it was like that at first, and then like later on, I dropped the beat mixtape, and then he found the Musty and Bottle Service beat on that, and then I heard the songs. I was like, oh shit, this shit kind of hard.
Musty's crazy.
Yeah, and I reposted it on my SoundCloud. That shit went crazy. And then that's like how me and Shoreline kind of got together because it was this like organic. Me just hearing a song, reposting it.
For sure.
OGs hit me like, thanks for reposting my shit and shit. Then I'm like, we got a link. We made Shoreline do that shit, bro. That was the whole album. Just produced by me and my cousin. And then we just went crazy. Then 03, I met him through my manager. And then my manager was like, you got to work with this dude named 03 from Watch just like you.
Free Greedo,
And
by the way.
then, like, me and Greedo went in one day, this studio called Melrose Sound, did like 12, 15 songs, bro. The first day I met him.
I heard he just
it was
runs.
crazy, bro. Like, I was just playing beats. He like, next one. It was just kept going, bro, every time. And then it was just like a crazy bond building with him. And then our Sting team, like Draco, all them, like, it's crazy with them because I knew Ralphie first. And Ralphie introduced me to everybody else.
Got you.
And it was just immediate bond with everybody.
Incredible.
Yeah, so being signed to QC, like initially it was like OG Mako, and like the Migos and Johnny Cinco and a lot of the guys there. But like as of recent, it's really been Chris Brown. Like we've been making so many songs, like just working on his album.
Incredible. What's it like building that personal relationship? Because at the end of the day, y'all are creating art, right? And art is a very like emotion-driven and feeling-driven process. It's something beautiful is going to come out of it. How do y'all look at these relationships that y'all build, and how do you balance the business and the personal relationships?
I just like the trust that the artists give us, cause like we can he can pull up on Chris and talk to Chris like about an idea instead of emailing. He might not get it through the email, but we can actually pull up on the artist like, bro, this some summer shit. Like,
this is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, this is what I'm seeing. Like the past shit was dark. Let's brighten it up. And you know what I'm saying? It's just the energy and the trust. And they're like, okay, Biz, I feel you on that. Let's try it out.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? We don't got relationships like that. It's kind of hard.
It's hard to talk to another person.
You feel like communication is very critical.
That's the key.
In that process.
Yeah.
Right.
Main key.
How'd y'all find your confidence and conviction in being able to convey that? Like, I'm sure it took time to like be like, all right, I'm starting to build my groove. And naturally, as time goes on and you have more under your belt, you become more aware of what you want on your sonic landscapes that you're providing. But how do you build that? Like, what was it for y'all in y'all's journeys that allowed you to be, you know, the communicators in which you are now?
I guess the confidence that the artist gives us, like once we build the relationship, is like, I don't know, it's just easier like to talk. Like in the beginning, it's like, okay, I'm emailing and I'm trying to build, but they don't really know me. And then once you start, it's just timing. Yeah, it's just timing.
You gotta just start going to the studio more and just being like a friend to the artist, really. That's really all it is. Gotta hit them up when you're not in the studio.
For
really
sure.
Check up
tap
on them.
in with people. You feel me? Don't just be like, oh, come to the studio. Really just see what they doing.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
That goes a long way.
Yeah, it do.
Yeah, it got to be organic. And then like it really just comes from like the artist trusting your sound. Like once you make so many records with an artist and like they're like, okay, I know that the people are going to like what we make together. So they're going to trust the producer.
Incredible. Tell me a little bit about y'all's process. And just, do you guys have a specific process? Have you guys built like kind of like, you know, superstitions and ways that you want to go about stuff? Or is it always organic? Or do you guys like have a set way you attack a record? Or an artist?
With me, I'm always pulling up with a folder of beats, but I'm always pulling up to cook from scratch. Just in case they were like, hey, play me some shit. But just in case they want to cook from scratch, I'm ready.
Got it.
I don't really got no formula, because sometimes I pull up, I don't know what we finna do.
Yeah, I feel like that's what every producer though. I don't know. I feel like every producer shouldn't have a formula. Really.
Okay.
Like I feel like we should just go in and freestyle everything. Like a rapper, you feel me?
For sure.
Just freestyle your beat and just feel what the rapper feels. You feel me?
Gotcha.
That's basically it.
Yeah. Yeah, I really wouldn't say I have a formula. I really just go in free. Like I'll start with drums. I'll start with some chords. I'll start from a sample, a loop. like I'm really big on collaborating too. So I like to work with a lot of other producers too. So
Absolutely.
I'm just real
Yeah,
open.
that's how I am. I'm big on collaborating. I feel like producers should always collab. Like, cause it's just like you being one producer, you never know what the other producer thinking. He could flip the whole beat you just did
For
and
sure.
make it sound totally different.
sure.
You feel me? So that's why I say collabing is a big thing for us.
How do you all feel like producers can collab more together with one another? Do you feel like it's something that's being done to its maximum? Or do you think that y'all, being the younger generation and the crop of the new era, right, can do more to bring each other in?
Sometimes it be egos though. You never know how the other producer thinking. Like he might be like, "Oh, I'm better than him" or something, you know. But I said sometimes it be the ego, you know.
For sure.
People be having bigger egos than you.
Absolutely.
But me personally, I feel like I'm down to work with anybody that want to work with me. Long as we split everything equally, we good. That's really it. Cause
For sure.
some people be like, "Nah, bro, I did this, so I need this much percent," or "I did that," and it just be too much, bro. Let's just go equal, everything.
Yeah, I love collabing. I feel like in our generation, like we collab a lot. And back then they was collabing, but it was more like the big name producer
Mhm.
and then like a ghost producer that you probably had to look in the
For
credits.
sure.
But now it's like
Like some mailman
Ronnie,
shit.
Biz,
Mhm.
OG, like right there though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's different in our generation
For sure.
because we just putting it out there.
And
Like we not
all,
afraid.
Like, we hungry at the end of the
Mhm.
day. We all trying to eat. It's like back in the day, they had they set of people that they was eating,
Absolutely.
and you know, the set of people taking chunks from the smaller people that's trying to eat.
For
You
sure.
feel me? But now it's like we all want to eat, so we don't give a fuck. Like,
Got you.
Yeah, I feel like collaborating is like at its highest point right now because I feel like that's really all I see. Most songs that I see are, you know what I'm saying, produced by at least two to three producers. So it's
Incredible.
dope. Yeah.
We're just trying to make the best music possible. Like we just want like once people hear it, they're like, damn, y'all made that shit. But it's incredible though, you know what I'm saying? Like it still might have been incredible if I did it by myself, but if these two hopped on there, he gonna do one part, probably flip the shit and change, you know what I'm saying? Then he might come on, do like a different section or tighten the beat up here and put some melodies right there, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to make the best music possible.
I feel like
you
just
know?
collabing and make the whole song better.
Mhm.
Like,
Facts.
you collabing with the artist, so why you can't collab with a producer?
Get some keys on there, a guitar on there, or make the song bigger, some strings.
Absolutely. Everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses, no? And you bring it in, you start bringing the power players where you're not
Like
as
an
tight.
all-star team, basically.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I want to ask y'all a question, and it's gonna box it in a little bit, but this is no shade to anybody else, right? Who's y'all's favorite young producer and young artist at the moment? Whether you've worked with them or not.
Young, you got something?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I let y'all
gotta
think about that.
yeah.
Right.
And I had to put the disclaimer
Yeah.
out because I don't want anybody feeling a type of way.
I fuck with Turbo.
Turbo?
Yeah.
Turbo.
Okay.
Turbo.
Yeah, run
hard.
that back Turbo.
Word.
I fuck with him.
Word.
Damn, who I fuck with Lil Key from Atlanta. Right now, he my favorite young artist.
Young artist, Lil Key and Lil Gotti.
Yeah, and then as far as producer, like fresh, like new, or just young.
You pick.
Damn.
I gave you that concession that made it harder. You know what I mean?
Mhm. I'll say Lil Baby and Quay Global. I
Mm.
like them right now.
I like Cash Money AP.
Word.
Yeah, Cash
See that
Money
we
AP
got there,
go crazy.
fellas. We got there. Let me ask you this. As far as legends go, who's your favorite artist of all time? And who's your favorite producer of all
Favorite producer, Zaytoven. Hands down.
time? Zaytoven.
I'm gonna say 40. Drake's
40?
producer, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And artist, I'm gonna say Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. I knew that was
Dope,
coming.
yeah.
I set you up for that. That
Yeah.
was a
Favorite
brand
artist,
on me.
Schoolboy Q.
Yeah.
Man, Timberland. And as far as artists, I gotta go with Jay.
Jay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay-Z he just like the game he gave us and
Yeah.
still giving us, it's just crazy.
That educated game.
You know what I'm saying?
The fact that he's been able to grow and have his fan base, whether they're there or not, just grow with him and appreciate him and his isms.
He's
is a
doing it
beautiful
right though.
thing.
He
not forcing it.
He not forcing it. Like as he get older, he's just his content is getting like
For sure.
It matches him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
444 it matches.
Yes, and it matches the
Jay-Z.
young boss we want to
You
be.
know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
So
yeah, absolutely.
He doing the right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it here. Dead or alive. Y'all can do the Marvin Gaye. Y'all can do the whatever. What is one artist you would like to work with?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. I'm gonna give
Pop.
y'all the gamut.
Michael
Oh yeah.
with me, Michael
That's
Michael
true.
Jackson for sure.
That's hard.
I know it is. I didn't say it was gonna be easy.
Damn. I have no idea, bro. It'd probably have to be like some way out shit. Like nobody would think of. Like he said, probably Michael Jackson, bro.
Okay. You took that alley oop. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I'm gonna have to say Pop.
Pop?
Yeah.
I feel you on that, bro. I would love to just sit down and talk to him. It's crazy.
Yeah, Pac on the new West Coast beat would probably go stupid.
Man, ain't no
You feel me?
this shit crazy.
It's wild.
Ain't no telling what it could have been right now.
If
With
Pac
Pac and Big, dog, cats don't realize these dudes did not pass 25 years old. What we sitting here and talking about?
Man,
You know what
just
I'm saying?
imagine if they was in their 30s.
Yeah.
They would have been some millionaires. They would have been like Jay-Z and them.
mhm.
Just
sure.
had their own labels.
I feel like
doing
Nas, Jay grew
Yeah.
into their molds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
In terms of, let's say when y'all are 65 years old, okay, looking back on your lives, okay, what do you want your life to have stood for? I'm not, we can mix in the musically and all that, but I'm saying as a human being, when you look back and it's just you in your hospital gown or whatever, I'll even say 85, right? I'm not trying to put y'all there that young, you feel me? But what is it that you would have liked your life to stand for?
I know with me personally, like I'm very spiritual. I believe in God, so I believe we all here as a spirit and a human body to help each other. But there's so many distractions on earth,
Yeah.
and the world is on the ride right now. So I say that to say this. I just want to look back and do God's work. Like when I'm 65, people be like, Biz helped me get my first placement. Biz helped me get my first check in the industry. Biz helped me start my own business. He inspired me to get out of this small city. Like
Yeah.
everything I'm doing right now is to help people. Like outside of music, that's my passion.
Incredible.
It's not to brag on it, but
No, not
just
at
to
all.
know we here, like, damn, I really helped, bro.
For
get his
sure.
first, like, even this past year, I helped like 4 producers get like their first like plaques ever.
Incredible.
Like
Tell me,
ever.
tell,
you know
tell
what I'm
me
saying?
that didn't feel almost 10 times better than the first time you got your
You know
own.
what I'm saying? It's just like, cause I know what we're not perfect, but I know what God wants for us. It's
sure.
to help people. We here to really help. Like
For
life's
sure.
simple, but in today's world, so many distractions. So our people can't really think like that. But we here to
Absolutely.
help people. And I just want to get that crab in a barrel mentality out the way. And like, if he helped me get a placement, it's not gonna dim his light. And that's what people think
For sure.
in today's world. Like,
For
damn,
sure.
if I help Lil Dog get past me, they scared of that. But
Yeah, they
really,
are.
if they do get past you,
Just help you.
they're gonna help you back up.
Yeah.
Like Juicy J never fell off, but like Wiz was like this new dude, and then boom, Juicy J back. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
For sure.
And Wiz and Juicy J, it's just certain like mindsets you gotta have. You like helping people, it's not gonna dim your light
For sure.
ever. You know, what I'm
It'll
saying?
only brighten that light.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What
For
about
me
you?
personally, I just want people to see me as an entrepreneur. You
Yeah.
know, like I want to have my own boys and girls club. Like just like really helping kids learn how to make music. Really, like it's gonna be like a music boys and girls club.
Yeah.
Incredible.
you know, and then I want to have, you know, just business out there, different studios, you know, just to help kids that didn't have the shit that I had, you know.
Legacy for the
Yeah,
community.
that's basically what I want
Facts.
to
For
do.
sure.
Yeah, I feel like coming into it, you probably just like initially want to just like have a legacy as like just being the best producer or the biggest producer. But I feel like I'm kind of like with Biz, like it's more so just like letting people know like with God and hard work, anything's possible. So,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? Just to like show the younger people and just inspire people.
Yeah.
Incredible. What are y'all working on right now that you guys are most excited about? What you got cooking that you look at and be like, damn, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for y'all or the world or all y'all that are messing around and not putting this out yet to hear.
Man, for me is Party Next Door because he been gone. But like,
What y'all got, bro?
we got some.
Come on, I
we
got
got
to
some.
pull up on you.
We
What's
got some
up?
shit, man. We got some shit. So I'm just. He put out a snippet like a week ago,
I feel you.
and that made me happy because he ain't put out a snippet.
That made
like,
me angry though.
You know,
I was so teased by that.
Yeah.
I was like upset. I found myself having to calm myself down.
yeah.
With me personally, I feel like Shoreline about to have some new shit that's gonna
Incredible.
go crazy.
Incredible. Y'all got great chemistry, by the way.
Yeah. And then I got, you heard of One Take J?
Mm-mm.
He a new dude from Compton.
Crazy?
Yeah, he signed to Atlantic.
Word.
And I'm going crazy with him right now. And that's really it. Them
Awesome.
two.
I think I'm just trying to focus on like trying to come out as an artist, like how DJ Mustard, you know what I'm saying? He drops his own singles. So I just had the Eric Bellinger and Chris Brown song. So
Wow.
I just want to kind of start dropping songs like OG
Yeah.
Parker featuring an
incredible.
artist.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
that-
the first record that Mustard had on the top 100 top
Pure
40
Water?
as an artist.
Really?
Credited as an artist. Think of all he's done, but that's the first one he's ever gotten
crazy.
credited
That
as
shit
an
just
artist.
crazy.
went gold.
That's wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild.
That shit
Their
crazy.
team is solid. What up, Miko?
Yeah.
King. Beautiful, bro.
I
what's it
feel
called?
like every producer should be like how OG Parker said. Like
In what way?
we all should be trying to drop singles, you know? Like so and so featuring. You feel me?
For sure.
'Cause it's like doing that, it's gonna put us into a whole nother bracket instead of just being a producer.
Absolutely.
We about to be a whole nother artist, like DJ Khaled did, like how he was dropping nothing but big ass CDs with nothing but features on it.
For
You
sure.
feel me? And all the features on it was big as hell. But it's just like shit like that, bro. Producers should be on. Like we should always be dropping shit featuring an artist or something, you know? Because it's just gonna help us.
Incredible. I want to ask y'all a twofold question again. I'm over here with the back-to-back running backs. What was your most fondest memory in the studio or experience? And what was your wildest memory in the studio or experience? And if y'all want me to give that distinction, I will, but I feel like y'all see through that.
Man. With me, I remember I found out I was Grammy nominated for Black while I was in the studio. I was in the studio with Party Next Door from like 7 p.m. to like 9:30 a.m.
Phew.
So, and then we got so many records done. Like that shit was just wild to me. And the wildest shit.
And we don't gotta throw nothing out
Yeah,
there.
we don't
You
gotta throw
understand?
nothing
I
out
feel
there.
that, but I'm saying
So
like let's
I pulled up to this session.
run the play.
I pulled up to this session and I'm with my producer, my two producer homies. They invited me, so I pull up, and then the artist they was working with, it was just like cocaine everywhere and shit. I'm like literally on the table. I'm like, damn, this shit wild. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We hear about it. And shit,
Yeah.
but it's just crazy to see it. Like, damn, you ain't going to the bathroom. It's just like
It's
really
all
on the
right.
table. Like, I'm like, damn, this shit wild as fuck. And then after the fucking session, I'm texting the homies like, nigga, just different gifs and shit,
Yeah.
videos, like people cocaine. You know
You
what
got Al
I'm saying?
Pacino gifs going
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Scarface gifs are going out this world.
Yeah, that shit was wild. Just
Word.
seeing
Nah,
that shit.
my craziest shit in the studio that happened was probably being with that nigga 03. He made the Rude song. Yeah, I don't mean to be rude. he made that song basically kicking the bitch out the studio.
Wow.
So that was probably the craziest shit I had. And then the funnest memory probably be with Shoreline, making the Shoreline do that shit.
Awesome.
Cause we just all ganging in the studio, getting high, drinking fucking lean.
Yeah. It's family.
Yeah,
though.
just doing family shit at that point. And it was just like a good vibe at that,
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna say fondest memory is probably just like at the beginning, like when like the Migos and all them was just initially getting on my beats. Like I just feel like that feeling of just like, okay, artist that I really fuck with my shit.
Yeah.
That's probably was like my fondest memory. And then crazy is probably just like Biz, like just being in these sessions, just seeing like all these artists do these crazy drugs and
Super extra.
lean and all this shit. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that shit's wild.
Awesome. I want to ask y'all this, because we all know in this music game, y'all over here with hundreds of records with all these artists. Like, artists have all these thousands of records in the stash. You have thousands of records in the stash. Some of them probably never going to see the light of day for one reason or another, right? How does that feel for y'all, right? And if you could do it differently, would you want to put more of these records out? Would you want to like figure out a way, whether it's everything is not being monetized to the drill factor that it is? But how does that feel having all of these damn records? And some of them you're so vested in, and you're like, this is never gonna see the light of day. Like my son is never gonna come out. Like it's just perpetual 9-month cycles going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right now, like the records I got, I actually will hit like Black or Party. I'm working on that album.
Awesome.
So like some of the records I want to come out, I can just hit them and then they'll let me drop it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Opposed, cause like when these artists be on labels, it's like albums and EP. Yeah. So they'll have like they certain records, and then some of the records that didn't make it, that's still hard. Like I hit Black the other day, like, yo, can I use this record? Oh, go ahead. It's all good. Like stuff like that. So some of them won't see the light of day, but some of them probably will. Like I either drop it Business Boy featuring Black or whatever, and then some of them we'll probably like sell. Like it might be a record we got, and we might be working on the project.
For sure.
The artist might be like, yo, I fuck with Black. I fuck with, you wanna, this shit got an open verse, and you know what I'm saying? That just recently happened, like lately, like probably like December, and
Awesome.
I got a placement off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Incredible.
Yeah. So, but sometimes it'd be hard though when we know certain records that's
Hell
not
yeah.
gonna come out. So that's different.
I got so much shit with this nigga 03 that I know that's not gonna come out. And it's just like, damn, I want to drop that shit so bad. But I know as soon as I drop it, that shit gonna get taken off the web.
Yeah.
So it's just like pointless, bro.
He signed?
Yeah, he signed to
yeah.
Alamo.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's when like the producer got to come in and start making plays. So like sometimes if I got like a hook, like I'll go play it for another artist and be like, shit, if you fuck with this, put it on your album or vice versa.
Incredible. Incredible. What are y'all's aspirations outside of music? Like you were talking about cars, you were talking about entrepreneurship, you were talking about all these things. Like what do you want to do? What do you want to do outside of music in this period? Or is it right now focusing strictly on the craft and building your pipeline and your business, and then focus on those other things later?
Yeah, that's mainly what it is, building the pipeline and then trying to get to the other shit. Because you can't get to the other shit right now because
For
we
sure.
so focused on the music. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So I feel like once after we got that pipeline straightened out, we gonna go to the business side. Like I
For
want to
sure.
do real estate.
Word.
I want to do a whole lot of shit that I can't do right now because I ain't got the funds or I ain't got the time to do it.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Yeah, my manager definitely got me into. It's about that time for me to start trying to flip houses and do stuff like that. So I'm definitely about to
Build your
start.
portfolio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Credit.
Yeah, I'm the same. Building, like I had a crib in the A, and I got kicked out that motherfucker because the neighbors was complaining about my damn music, even when I was turning it down. So at that age, I'm like, man, I ain't fucking paying this shit, and that shit went on my credit. So now I'm just like paying off shit. Like what you
Rebuilding.
said, yeah, rebuilding. So like I'm about to buy a couple properties like starting this year in Milwaukee,
Awesome.
like real estate, like
Awesome.
cheap up there. and just flip them,
Incredible.
stuff like that. But
Incredible.
another aspiration is just really helping people. Like the dreams, you got the Boys and Girls Club. I got the same. I just see like this vision of like two buildings side by side.
Yeah.
One of them for athletics.
Yeah.
Like because in Milwaukee, like we got so much talent, but we need people there to guide them.
Yes.
Because like the whole
Nurture
Milwaukee,
the talent.
yeah,
That's how it
the
is
whole
in
Milwaukee
Watts,
hood
bro.
is
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Like it's
like-
hood as fuck, bro. Like
Yeah.
I didn't seen talent go to jail or this happen. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas get
And
shot or something. It's
just all
like,
type of shit.
all
So we just
bad.
trying to keep them out of trouble and really have like mentors there. You know what I'm saying? Like one building be music and then other building be athletics. And
Nice.
really like we flying people in. Boom, I'm gonna hit a party. Boom, can you fly in Milwaukee, talk to these kids?
Mhm.
Stuff like that.
Incredible.
Because we got the juice to do shit
Yeah,
like that.
For
now.
sure. And I feel like that's something that these cats want to do. Like to be able to touch the youth
Yeah.
is something that is necessary.
That shit feel good. Cause we know where we come from. Like,
Mm, God.
Absolutely.
so we just trying to make it better that's how it should be though. We just gotta make it better. The shit we didn't get, we gotta make it better for the next generation.
For sure.
Like I'm making sure like it's opportunities for Milwaukee.
I feel like that's what our
people.
parents want.
Mhm.
And like now we get to this point where we like parents to the youth. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? For real though.
Facts.
Like we grew up fighting our parents. Now, the 95% of the things they say, we thought they were wrong. But then we come around, mess around, grow up, and we're like, well, you know, 90%, 85% was right. You know what I mean? But we start seeing that and wanting to give back. Because at the end of the day, that's what this whole cycle of life is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we see, you know, our parents or just those beings in our lives that were support systems sacrificing their lives for us.
Mhm.
So it's like we know that continuous cycle. I want to ask y'all this. What's one of the biggest lessons y'all have learned? Whether it's musically or whether it's in life, but what's one of the biggest lessons that you've taken away that you can kind of impart on the youth if maybe they have or have not already gone through this?
Really sit back and listen.
Mhm.
Don't be so eager to talk first and be like, oh, no.
Prove yourself.
Yeah, prove yourself. Just sit back and listen, really.
Mine is patience. Cause it like in the beginning of making beats and shit, we thought we were supposed to make it.
Yeah.
When we beginning, like
Hey, I thought I was about to have 20
Yeah.
bands.
You know what I'm
my
saying?
first-
but like
real.
I feel like the faster you make it, the faster you fall out. Like if I would have made it 2008, 10, whatever it may be, I would have fell off because I ain't like
You
we
ain't
was
know
talking about
nothing.
earlier, working on the craft.
Yes.
It's about the craft.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And patience is everything. So that's patience. Is
Yeah,
everything.
that's another key. Cause I feel like if I would have made it when I was like 16, bro, 17, I'd have been broke as hell right now. Like just buying shit, not knowing, you feel
Yeah.
me? Cause when
Blow a
you
whole
16,
check.
17, you about to blow a whole check, man. You about to go to Nordstrom, get everything you wanted, you feel me?
Facts.
And then when you finally get all that shit, you be like, damn, I just spent all this money for no reason. Then that's how you just start learning, you feel me?
Mhm.
Just start going off your mistake.
Definitely just focusing on the craft. I feel like that's something that like a lot of producers mess up. They start trying to like worry about trying to find a manager or trying to send their beats out when the beats aren't even there yet. Like you just got to focus on the craft.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In this social media age that we're in,
Mhm.
everybody looking about followers and how you build your audience, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? So many people view that as so important, right? How do y'all view your social media following, right? And how do you feel like you've built that audience, regardless of what the number is? But what would your advice be to building that audience?
I mean, I feel like it really just has to happen organically. So like when you start getting placements, like, you know what I'm saying, your followers are going to slowly start growing and growing. And it's honestly important because I've reached out to a lot of artists through social media, especially like Instagram. So like, I definitely think it's important to try to grow your following.
For sure.
Yeah, it's real important. But really, the thing is, you got to be out there more, too. You got to show your face.
Mhm.
Because after I start showing my face, that's when my followers really start going up more. And then I start going to like no jumper events, shit like that.
Awesome.
And then shit, niggas just like, oh, you run, you feel me? Oh, now I put the face to the tag, you feel me?
Awesome.
Just go like that.
Yeah, my shit basically the same as theirs. Just the more placements you get, and then the bigger the artist, and by them tagging you,
Yeah.
they tag you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like your shit be going up. Like,
Yeah.
big artists like produced by, they tagging
Yep.
you, everything.
Yeah.
They just showing love. They
You're
you
like,
on the
you're like,
stories. and-
yep, there we
Yeah,
go.
oh.
Yeah, that moment.
Yeah.
It's like lightly under your breath, finally. But it's like, all right, I'm thankful for that, though. What's up?
Exactly. Yeah.
Who are some of the cats in this game right now that you really want to see win and think that it's their time right now that may not be getting as much shine?
Mhm.
But who are some of the cats that you may or may not want to shine light on?
What you got somebody? With me, it's this producer named D Mile. His name D Mile. He like so low key, but he did a lot like low key, like a lot of Ty Dolla $ign. And right now, I feel like he finally like getting his break, and like he just got shit coming out like back to back. Yeah, so look like when it's over,
Yeah.
look him up. D Mile.
D-Mile.
He just did.
Is it DMILE?
Yeah,
Okay.
D Mile, like spaced out.
Got
Like
it.
he got some shit on Khalid. He just did like because I first heard about him. He got these beats. His beats be having like this vocal because he sing. He just
Got
put
it.
his vocals on the beat,
Got it.
and he like he played instruments and shit. And yeah, he one of the people that was like real slept on.
Gotcha.
But he was one of them people that he didn't really care. I can tell he don't care about it.
Yeah.
He just want to make great music and shit. But
Absolutely.
right now he getting like his name just
Nice.
blowing up and shit.
Well deserved, though.
Yeah.
Some people that slept on, LA wise, some of the homies like that's producing with me. Cause I got a group called Hit Mob.
What are their
And
names?
the homie Hollywood, the homie Loda Great, and the homie Jug, my cousin Ace. It's like all of us, you feel me? We like a new 808 Mafia kind of.
Nice.
But it's just LA wise, you feel
Mhm.
me? So I feel like we all slept on.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like Lil Marlo with QC and Collision. Those are two artists that signed to the label. And I feel like they're kind of slept on, you know what I'm saying, with like the Lil Babies and the Yachty's and the Migos going so crazy.
For
but
sure.
I think they're definitely
In
gonna have their
fact, It's one
time.
of those things. Everybody has their time, or like
Exactly.
will get their shot, but needs
Mhm.
to continue, like you said, patience.
Yeah.
Yeah, patience.
You know what I'm
is
saying?
everything.
If you expect and you feel you already need to be put on, it's going to be affecting the craft.
Yep.
As creators of sonic landscapes, right? Are y'all wanting to delve into more of pop world? Are y'all comfortable in staying within this urban space? What are y'all's like wants creatively? Because I know it's kind of like frowned upon within the circles, but when cats start talking about checks and where the money's at, like we know it's in the pop region and all those types of things. Are y'all currently doing that? And also, are y'all aspiring to do more of those types of records?
Yeah, me personally, like I don't want to just keep that ratchet LA sound. I want people to know me for more than just that. You know, LA, trap, pop, country. I don't even want to do country, bro. EDM, it don't matter.
Mhm.
For sure.
Music is music to me.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh no, you got it.
Yeah, I definitely wanna, you know what I'm saying, leave like this box that I feel like I get put in like a trap box because I like do like Migos walking like I talking and shit. Like I feel like he gets put in like R&B
Mhm.
box, like, but I feel like we know that we can both do anything. So
For sure.
I definitely want to go into the electronic music.
Yeah. Most definitely pop. I've been having pop sessions, and I feel like a lot of the sessions I had, like a lot of stuff gonna come out this year.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like the sound of it. Cause like we go back to collaboration. Like I'd be in the studio and the guitarist play like some real pop or like country, and I just put like drums on it. But like I go outside the box and I probably put like a trap kick, but like I open up like addictive drums. They got like these
Mhm.
live instruments
Mhm.
and just build on that.
Incredible.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Just different stuff. So yeah, I've been dabbling into that, and just harder beats because I do get put in this R&B box. But like I feel like the end of this year, everybody gonna be like, damn, You know what I'm saying? Because I already got some shit lined up that's coming out, like horror shit, pop,
Incredible.
still R&B, like just 80s. I'm on that 80s vibe too. Like me and Sway Lee, we still cooking up that 80s shit.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Incredible. How important are mentors to y'all in this game? Do y'all think that kids need to be going out and finding mentors, or just be focusing on their craft so much that the cats come to them?
It's both. I feel like we do need mentors, but at the same time, you don't, because it's like you doing your thing already. They gonna come to you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't have a mentor, but I can see how it could be beneficial. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's been through everything, it can give you like real insight.
Yeah. Mentors, they important. Like when I was coming up, like Trader Truth he was just always giving me game because he been around for a long time. And even when I first started getting checks, like I had people there like, just watch your spending. Cause like when I was broke, I wanted a lot. And then once I started getting like real money, I go to the mall, I don't be wanting like a lot of shit no more.
For sure.
It's like simple life, you know what I'm saying? Like
there's better uses for your
money.
money.
It's like, damn, I can invest this shit, or I can flip this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Am I gonna buy this and like have it be gone, or am I gonna put my money somewhere?
But still live your life. Like
absolutely.
Still live your life. It's just a balance. Like you just gotta understand, like get these checks, like spend a little bit, but also like put it up too. Cause you feel good, like when you see your bank account, you like, cause we used to be broke. We all used to be broke.
For sure.
And now it's like, damn.
Niggas see them racks in that bank account.
Yeah, it's like, damn, I'm comfortable now.
Yeah.
Like I'm comfortable, like real comfortable. And
absolutely.
So just people there be like, yo, don't spend your check on that shit. Or just people to kind of keep you in check. And you know, when you first started getting checks,
expose you to things you may not know.
Yeah, because you don't want to get your check. Like what you say, like, damn, I just got 7,500. I'm about to spend fucking 3 racks of it. I'm about to buy this. So, but like, you just need people there to be like, yo, when you get that 75, put up 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the other 25, you can do whatever. But at least put up 5.
Yeah.
Every check, just put up a percentage. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Just so, you know.
I had to learn that the hard way.
I feel you. We all do though. That's life though, no?
Yeah.
For real.
When you look back at that, where did it go?
You gotta fail though.
You got to.
People scared, but people don't know that though. Yeah. They scared to fail, but the failure.
That's what makes you the bigger person, bro. You gotta fail in order to be the bigger person. Cause
absolutely.
I feel like if I didn't fail, I'd still be like trying to spend money, like you feel me, until I failed.
Absolutely. You might as well fail once or twice as opposed to consecutively.
Yeah. You got to embrace the failure. That shit sound crazy.
Yeah, that's
you got to embrace the failure,
bro. Vulnerability will set this world free. You feel me? If we're okay, it's not saying okay we're being dumb, but it's like if we can allow ourselves to say we fucked up and then grow from it, that's what life is. We don't need to hide all of these like screw ups, because that in and of itself, that being open is giving back to the youth. Maybe if you said you did this, that, and the other, it's gonna stop somebody from doing that. As opposed to being like, bro, your $50K check you got that you bought, you know what I'm saying, like hella pointers on, like now where's it go? Like you don't even wear it three times out of the month.
Jewelry,
what you doing?
That went a long way.
You feel me?
I bought my first chain and then went to go get another one. It was just like, damn, where my money at?
I feel
I was like, damn. After that, I was like, I can't do this. Chains is out now.
I feel you.
Nigga don't even go to Nordstrom's no more. I go to Nike.
I want to talk about y'all spend so much time developing your sound and developing your craft. What's it like for you to be put into these boxes of certain type of sound or certain type of producer or certain type of artist, or only works with certain types of artists that can fit? And how do you take it upon yourself to break through that noise? Because so many people like to just put labels on because they're lazy. But how do you feel like you have to like take it upon yourself to break through?
I feel like it's really not going to happen until a song comes out of a different genre on your beat. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? people probably didn't even think I could make R&B until I start, you know what I'm saying, working with Jacquees and all these other artists. Because initially I just had all these Migos and trap artists and shit. So you really just got to wait your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Wait your time, trying to figure this shit out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm the same, dog. Like, it's inspiration too. You get put inside this box. Like what I was saying earlier, like I'm in this people they say I'm in this R&B box, but like the end of the year is gonna be different.
I feel you.
It's just inspiration. It's like more fuel to the fire.
I feel
Not
you.
knowing like no hateful shit, but it just keep you going. Like, okay, they just think I do R&B, and then boom, like you just hit them with a big ass pop record or
Yeah.
a big ass rap record, some
I
shit
love
like
it.
that.
I love it. Final question. If you had the chance, and all y'all were doing music by around 16, right? If you had the chance to go back and whisper some words of encouragement to that younger you, which could also be anybody, any young kid in this game that's doing their thing, what would you tell them knowing what you know now?
I would probably just be like, you don't have to just like sign, you know what I'm saying, to be successful. I feel like initially, like people just like want to be signed to something off rip. Like you can really do it independently. You can just grind it out.
Yeah, that's what it is. Cause like when I was young, I'm like, damn, I can't wait to be signed. Then I seen Shoreline and O3 get signed. It was just like, nope, I don't want to be signed no more.
Yep.
That's how it is.
Yeah, with me, I'm still not signed, and people be like surprised and shit. I'm like, you don't got no pub or label deal? I'm like, nah, because everything I do is like just relationships.
For sure.
But like, it's still like signing the deal. Long as the deal is right, I feel like it won't hurt you. But
but
if
you have
people
to
be
get
getting
somewhere before the deal can even come close to being
yeah,
right.
so
because they just want to see if you can do it on your own. Because at the end of the day, bro, labels in these situations are banks.
Yeah.
Everybody
That's
thinking they
basically
weigh
what
more.
it
They're
is.
machines, but they're banks.
Yeah, they loan you some
They
money.
over here getting a big advance that you paying hella interest on, that you having to pay hella money back on, that you having to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you sign them, oh, I gave you $1 million advance. Cats are talking about how big their advances are. It's like the bigger they are, the more money you gonna owe.
man, you
No,
gotta
this
you
ain't
gotta,
right.
you gotta
Yeah.
pay your manager,
Yeah.
lawyer, business
Yeah.
manager, and taxes.
For sure.
That's why I ain't signed.
That's
Cause
beautiful, but it also takes time to learn that,
yeah,
right? Some get out of it like a little cleaner than others, and some have to like think of 2 Chainz, bro. Signed 10 years to DTP, 10 years, right? But he made it out on top. He was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna invest in some real estate. I'm gonna do this." He built it up. But what would you tell that younger you?
I'll just be like, yo, always have patience.
Mm-hmm.
And always work on your craft. And really, because like growing up, I remember this shit, dog. We all had this mindset like, I'm supposed to be big right now, but it really wasn't, dog. It's not the time. Like, I remember that shit vividly. And
Yeah, that's how some of my homies thinking right now, because they see me on.
For sure.
They be like, damn, I ain't on right now. I'm not even on.
Exactly. Is that something you want to
I'm
scream to them?
still-
Like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm not even that on right now. What you talking about?
Exactly.
I'm still trying to eat.
figure it out. We all figuring it out. I
Exactly.
feel like no matter what level we get to, we
We're
always
gonna
because
do
we
it.
hungry, dog. Like we
But
we
that's what
different.
you need to do, no?
Mhm. We need that
If you,
fire,
if you,
dog.
if you
all
ever
the
reach
time.
that point where you content, you just on the couch like this. What's up?
Yeah, and then your beat's gonna be trash at that point because you too comfortable.
Yeah.
Lit.
Like I even picked up a shout out to Fender. They sent me a guitar and I'm even finna learn that from scratch. Like I never had a guitar.
Incredible.
So just so like 20 years down the line, you know, we still here, dog. You playing keys on the young nigga shit. Oh, I call OG Parker in, boom.
Oh,
You know what I'm
God.
saying? Like you coming
Absolutely.
in these sessions 20 years later, bro. Like placing this.
Going
Like
crazy.
my homie Jeff
though.
Giddy, Jeff Giddy, like older, but he's still getting called in and like, you know, I'm always just thinking ahead, boom, let me learn more keys and let me get more efficient with this. Let me pick up this guitar, let me hit the homies and learn from them.
Yeah.
For real, bro. I be thinking ahead, 20 years down the line, we still gonna be here. I feel like we all gonna be here because our mindset and we figuring it out the craft.
Yeah, I fuck with y'all niggas so much tougher now. 'Cause we just had this, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's just like we all on the same page.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Kings, on behalf of Ribs Beyond the Beats podcast.
Shout out Riveting, man.
And also
for real.
myself.
Shout out
I
Red.
want to thank y'all for sitting down with us.
No problem.
Y'all are legends.
That shit was fun.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all are
Appreciate
young
you.
kings. I wish you all of the best in your pursuit and your path. It's been extremely special to have done this with y'all. And just like Ron said, this type of conversation makes me appreciate y'all's craft so much more and y'all's being so much more. Because I feel like, especially in this media entertainment world, the one thing we all tend to forget is that we're human beings first.
And
It's not our tags. and
People
all
be
this.
trying to
We're
put an
human
image
beings.
on this too.
And thank you to our sponsors, Cream of the Crop, Connoisseurs of Cannabis. I have gifts for y'all.
Oh, shit.
This is a pack of lovely flowers.
Good weed.
It's Christmas. All right, y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you.